Alright, I'm going first. You can't make diagnoses on your first turn, and then other than that, the rest of the turn order starts off with a draw
Yep.
or a retrieve
Draw or
action. So,
retrieve.
does my hand want any of the symbols or cards in the middle, or to rather something off the top? Um, I think I'm happy to go off the top, but this is a good card for later as well.
You can also hit spacebar on the rules, Richard, as well, for them
Yeah,
to
that's a good
suit
idea.
idea.
Um, yeah, you know what? I will take this madness card. So I'm going to retrieve this madness card and put it into my hand. And because the eye symbol in the bottom right there is pointing away from or to the top of the card, it means I can make someone else reveal a card. So don't really know who to choose right now. Just gonna choose Cam. He can reveal a card from his hand.
Yep. Okay. So based on the card that Richard just took, I maybe don't want to reveal something of the same symbol because he will be able to use that card once it becomes revealed to him. So that's just something that I need to think about. Um, I'm actually going to reveal this card, I think. Yes.
Okay, so this card is available
So,
for everybody to use to make
Except me.
diagnoses, except for Cam.
and in a real tangible world, that would be in his hand, and not in a weird
Yeah.
kind of
Correct.
side pile. Yeah. Alrighty, and now one has to discard a card. I'm assuming.
Yep. So
Or,
now, so at this point, I could either normally discard or make a diagnosis. Because it's the first turn, you cannot make a diagnosis, so I'm going to have to discard. So I'm going to choose something that I don't want to make a set with, or have potential to make a set with, and something that isn't too useful. Um, this card here probably helps me shape my hand quite a lot. And also has a discard effect, so that looks pretty good because discarding a card that has a diagnosis effect doesn't really help when you discard. So I'm going to discard this card, Parasites, and then because I discarded it, I get to use its ability, so I get to draw two cards and return one card to the top. So I'm going to draw two. Let's see what they are. Okay, it turned out okay, and I can put return means I can put one card back on top of the deck. So I'm going to take the card I want the least out of the ones that aren't going towards a set. Uh, I don't want this one the most, so I'm going to put that there. And that is the end of my turn.
no. While you've been foaming about all your choices, I'm going to take this card as my choice. I have plenty of time to think about it, so I can move quick. And then I have to pretty much reveal a card because, sorry, they had a little eyeball that wasn't pointing at somebody, it was pointing at me.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. So I will reveal a low card. I think I'm going to reveal this risky play.
Oh,
Yeah. I don't want that. And
so no
now I
money
have
grabs.
now because it's the first turn, I can't diagnose, I can't challenge, and I won't discharge. I can't discharge, so I'm going to go straight to discard, and I will discard. I should do a similar thing, I believe. I'm going to go for the. I'm going to drop. I'm going to get rid of this card here. I don't want this card. There. And it has the same effect as before, which is draw two.
That's a good one.
It is a good one, yeah. Oh, and you are drawing two cards, though. I mean,
Mm. But
yeah, you're
you
not.
get to like shape your hand a lot.
Yeah. Oh, what trash. And then the other one goes on the top, is it?
One card from anywhere in your hand goes back on top.
Yeah, yeah. There
Okay.
you, there you go.
So now I'm at a little bit of an impasse because there's nothing in the middle that I want in particular, but Paul just put a card on top, which
The worst card
presumably
in
is
his hand.
something that is the worst card in his hand. So,
Could be good, probably not.
Oh, no.
yeah. So is there something here that I could potentially use? I'm just going to risk it and see what he put there. Maybe it was a symbol that I want. So
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
just
mate,
going to draw
yeah.
that card.
It's a late strat. Oh,
Turns out it was definitely not a good card. So...
I'm actually getting the feeling it was actually Richard's card that he put there as well.
How dare you?
Okay, so that's where that is, and now I can't make a diagnosis because it's my first turn. So I'm gonna discard a card, and the card that I'm gonna discard may be familiar to Paul. What's this one?
Oh,
Which is the one that I just picked up.
Familiar to me as
So
well.
because I'm discarding this in my discard step, and it also has a trash can symbol on the left border, that means I get to use its ability, which is to draw one card. So not a very good effect because it basically replaces itself when I'm ultimately trying to get rid of cards.
let it be known though that the plague was so contagious that it went from Richard to Paul to Cameron.
Yes,
It's
it
very
is
chronic.
chronic plague as well.
Chronic plague.
All right,
Alright.
that's my turn.
So this is the start of round 2, which means that if we do have diagnoses, we can choose to do them. But if we do that, we cannot discard as well.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start my turn. I'm going to draw or retrieve, parasites. And because this has the eye symbol pointing away from the card, I'm going to choose someone else to reveal. I am going to choose Paul because he has got the least amount of points revealed. So hopefully that helps me a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
Or he has more to
Let me
reveal.
think. What am I going to reveal? If I'm going for this low number strategy, I'm going to probably go with. I'm going to go with this card, I reckon. And I'm going to drop this big 10 here, actually.
More apples.
Oh my god.
Okay. Alright, and now if we get to the point where I can either make a diagnosis or discard. So, I think I'm looking pretty good. So I'm going to actually go for a diagnosis. Is that what I can do?
I do an apple diagnosis.
Yeah, do an apple diagnosis.
I think.
Yeah, I'm not going to do an apple diagnosis. I'm going to use this card. So if we're using symbols, we have to have at least 5 cards with the same symbol to make diagnosis. Or if we're going off color, we only need 4. So I'm going to use these ones here. I actually have six cards here. And I have the choice now to use any of the diagnosis symbols. So this one here, boils, this one here, amnesia, and this one here, weakness, all have diagnosis abilities, and I get to choose only one of them. So the one that is at the front is the one that I want to use. So generally the higher the card is the more powerful when it comes to the discard abilities. Oh, sorry, when it comes to the diagnosis abilities. So Boils is pretty powerful to draw 2 cards and return 2 cards, really shaping my hand. Or Amnesia. Amnesia is good if the board's filling up a lot and the patient's about to die. It can kind of help save the patient a lot there. And then the last one here can be pretty good. Each opponent reveals 1 card, meaning that it might break up what they're trying to do in their hand or give them less options on their turn. But I'm going to
Also, basically pure card advantage for you if you want to use weakness.
True.
Like if you're close to making another set, weakness can be a good one to try to get us to reveal like the last missing things that you need.
Exactly. Like Cam and Paul might reveal both one of the same suit as well, and then I get 2 cards for making a set. Can't do that this turn because you can make 1 dice a turn. But yeah, I'm still going to stick with the boils. I think it's pretty good right now. I think it's good for my hand.
Pretty safe. It's a pretty safe, selfish thing to do. Yeah.
Can't go wrong with boils.
See if we can get any more plagues on top of the library. We'll see.
Yeah.
Oh, and what was your diagnosis, Richard?
Oh yeah, you got to read out the diagnosis. So the way you do a diagnosis is you read all the adjectives on the bottom left of the card, and then result in the boils. So this one here would be unstoppable, advanced, stubborn, benign, feigned, enormous boils. So these are some pretty severe fake boils going on here. So this patient isn't very sick at all, I think, which is what I'm going with as a doctor. Um, okay. Ooh, this is not super easy, but I'm gonna put two cards back. I'm gonna put down, I think, this one here and this one here.
I think he's toying with us. I reckon they're good cards, Cameron.
And they're probably very low cards.
He's probably got all good cards, and he's trying to leave them there so he can pick them up later.
All right. So that is the end of my turn. I do not get a discard step since I made a diagnosis, and I cannot discharge straight after I've made a diagnosis either.
Okay. I will. I will grab a one from. They're all really good. Oh, I'll grab this. I have to reveal if I take this one. I will take. I'll take. Oh,
You can get rid of the 10.
I could. Yeah, I'll grab this. And then I have to reveal a card.
Yeah.
I will reveal a. I'll reveal this 7.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
And
He has got some twos in his hand.
Yeah, so I can't add. So I can't really challenge Richard's play here, which is bad. To challenge Richard, I'd have to have one of these little IV drips as a suit, and I don't have one. So I won't challenge. I won't discharge, and I'm just going to go to discard, and I'll discard that 2 I picked up, and I'll use that effect on the 2 to also discard a revealed card that I have. There we go.
Play.
That's fine.
And just to elaborate on what Paul was saying about challenging, the significance for why you'd want to challenge Richard is because on his turn, now that he's made a diagnosis, if neither me or Paul challenge him, then Richard's going to be able to end the game by discharging the patient on his turn if he wants. And he's only got 6 cards in his hand, whereas me and Paul have a lot more than that. So he might feel pretty good about doing that.
And also you get cards out of your hand as well. Like you're like losing points, putting it into someone else's.
Yep. Okay, what am I going to do here? I think I'm going to take a fresh card off the top. This is one of the ones that Richard put back, I think, from his Boyles play. So
how'd that go for you? It didn't work so well last time. So
it didn't work so well this time either, believe it or not. Yeah. Okay, so now I have some decisions to make. I think I'm actually going to make a diagnosis myself.
Oh.
Using one of Paul's revealed cards.
Over the challenge phase.
I hope he's using my 7.
Yeah, so I'm going past the challenge phase, which is step 2. I've got nothing to challenge Richard with, which may bite us, but we'll see. So I'm going to make a diagnosis with these apples. So I've only got 4 apples in my hand, but I can get my 5th one from this revealed card that Paul has, because revealed cards that my opponents have are accessible to me to use how I like. So, yeah, I'm going to use Paul's Fever as my 5th card, and this is an example of why it's risky to use powerful diagnosis cards as your revealed cards, because now I've used this from Paul, and quite a powerful effect. So I'm going to choose to use it as the top card, so I get to draw 1, and then I get to give 1 card to an opponent. So for a fresh card off the top. Okay, and then I'm going to give this card to Richard because he has less cards than us. So there you go. And I'm hoping that that card dissuades Richard from discharging on his turn, but we'll see.
We shall see.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's it for me.
Cool. Alright, what am I gonna do now? I think I could keep going on the reveal train. I could reveal and discard this 8 to scope my hand more. I don't feel safe going for the discharge. So,
Nice.
So that does affect what my turn looks like. I think this is okay. Yeah, I'm gonna draw the parasites, making Cameron reveal because once again I think Paul's got 7 points revealed. He does have another 2 in his hand, so he could get rid of it, but Cam's dumped some cards, so I think he might be a bit ahead.
This is a tricky one. So do I want to reveal something that is the same suit or color as the one that I've already revealed, maybe to encourage others to use it? Because these cards that I've revealed will count towards my score at the end of the game if they're still there. So ideally, my opponents will use them. I think I'm gonna choose to reveal this card.
Okay, so he has gone with the same symbol.
Yep.
And also the same colour as me. If Richard wanted to do a grey suit.
Yeah, true. That's very true. Yeah, there's 2 greys, so you only need 2 other greys, or white, whatever you want to call this, to actually make a set. I don't have any of those either. Now the fun part. What do we discard? I think I still go in the same game plan. I said I was going to discard this again, draw 2. Let's see what I can get. I'm pretty sure these are fresh cards. No one's seen these cards.
You would be the only person that put them there otherwise, yeah, I'd say.
Didn't go super well, but that's okay. I get to put 1 card back. Alright, let's go with this one here. And hopefully get something better next time. Alright, so I'm not going to, since I discarded, I didn't challenge, I don't get to discharge as well. So it's on to Paul's turn.
Yep. So I will grab this apple card and just pop it in my hand. And because it has the eyeball pointing at somebody else, I'll make Richard reveal a card.
Yeah. I think I'll go with a...
Yep. I will choose to challenge with the apple card that I literally picked out of the middle. And that's obviously to stop Cameron from having the option of discharging next turn.
Yeah.
I see that he's probably in a better position to do so.
I mean, you can either remember or sometimes we like to rotate the card.
Like that, just as a reminder.
So on their turn, they know they can't discharge.
And Richard is right. I do have another 2, and that makes me drop this one here. And that's my turn.
Our patient's half dead.
Still a while off. I mean, you have to super commit to it to kill it in the next orbit. Actually, I don't think you can. I think it's still it would be 4 turns away, I reckon.
Yeah, especially if people keep taking stuff.
Yeah, no one's really trying to kill the patient. There's no bad doctors here, I don't think.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I've been the worst, dropping 2 pains. But
all right, what am I gonna do?
You're giving away your pens.
I'm gonna retrieve this parasite up here, and I'm gonna make I'm going to make Paul reveal a
I
card.
don't trust him.
I see how it is.
I don't trust him at all.
All right, well, I'll reveal this big boy.
Like,
Hmm.
so many bandages. So many parts.
Yeah.
I think this is a safe. Like, when there's been, like, 2 in the center for ages, like the whole game, pretty much, like, you can kind of assume that no one's collecting them. So,
Yeah,
I think revealing
mind
them.
you, mind you, you could almost, if you had one in your hand, Richard, you
Yeah.
could just pick one out of the center, and
Well, you still need 2. You still need 2.
yeah,
Yeah. But you'll
Um,
also like lose. You'll get. So if you pick up 5,
yeah,
you're losing 5 points yourself, but they're losing like 10 points and
yeah,
8 points.
yeah,
Like, is it
yeah. No,
worth
I
it?
agree.
so now I need to choose what to discard because I am not going to make a diagnosis. So,
And you're not allowed to discharge.
mm, I'm actually going to discard dysentery here.
Oh,
Alright.
Yeah. So I'm going to draw a new card. And I am going to
Discard a card
then
face down.
discard a card face down.
Alright.
And that's my turn.
Okay. My turn now. I think I do like dysentery. Dysentery is quite powerful.
I think you're the first person in human history to say that as well.
Dysentery or pain. I think I'm
Tell
okay
me you're
with the
trying to kill
6.
this guy.
No, I don't think so. I am going to reveal not reveal. I'm going to take dysentery, and I have to reveal something.
Mm.
So I think I'm going to go with a 1.
Oh,
And then on my turn, I'm still going to discard, but I'm going to discard an ailment. So we haven't seen this card yet. This is a special discard effect that allows us to take a card from a diagnosis. So there's only one other diagnosis. I mean, I can take from my own diagnosis if I really want. So say if I was collecting like pinks or blues or something, I could take that. But I think I want to take something from Cam's, and I'll take a low number. But this means that if the game goes longer, I can still stall out Cam.
yeah, good point.
Yeah.
So you just switched a 5 for a 1, pretty much.
Also,
Anyway,
I switched to 5 for a 1, so it gives me some power against stopping Cam later, and I've still reduced the number of total points in my hand. And that is my turn.
yeah, right. Alrighty. I will. I'll draw a card from I'll draw a card from here. This deck.
Did anyone manipulate that?
Yeah.
I don't know if it was it me. Maybe I did. Was it?
Maybe.
Maybe. Can't remember.
And now I will. I will discard some dysentery, which is Richard's favorite.
Ooh.
And
The patient is in a bit of trouble.
yeah, and then I will draw from the deck,
Okay.
and then put a card face down,
Alright.
like this.
Okay. Alright.
And then that's the end of my turn.
Okay.
This guy's getting mighty close to dying.
You can discharge this turn, though. That is an option for you.
That is true.
Is Paul trying to kill
How many
patient?
cards do you have, Richard?
I
7
have
plus 2
plus
revealed?
2 plus 7 points. I've got 3 less points than you revealed. And I guess I've got the least amount of points revealed.
Paul doesn't have many cards in
He
his hand
doesn't.
at all. He doesn't have a set, but he doesn't have many cards.
But would he be happy killing the patient?
Well,
What is he trying to
unclear.
do? Do we want to
Unclear.
go back around to him?
It is tough. I'm actually going to... Oh, this is tough. What am I going to do? I'm going to take dysentery.
Revealing a card.
Yeah. And I'm gonna reveal this one.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm going to go to my discard.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
Discharge.
going to... No, I'm not going to discharge. I'm going to discard dysentery
Okay.
to draw or retrieve one. So I'm going to take amnesia.
Okay.
And then I get to discard one card face down. So I'm going to choose this one.
I think I'm seeing some like hand manipulation there. I'm pretty sure something weird's happening.
It's a sleight of hand. Oh gosh. Man, this is really tough. Because now the patient is about to die, nearly.
He's getting close.
So who of us are actually trying to save this patient? Who's actually trying to kill the patient? And do I change teams? You know?
Yeah.
How bad do I think my hand is? Like I'd say it's.
You've had the most hand manipulation. I figured.
I have, yeah, but I didn't have the best position to go. I think I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna switch my hand. I think I'm gonna go for a patient kill rather than a patient save.
Oh my god.
Okay, so I'm gonna draw. So for a patient to die, this needs to get to 10 cards, and then that's it. So it's already at 8. And if I discard a dysentery or a pain, there's ways to put 2 cards into here at once.
Yeah.
So
Which we've seen happen a heap of times already.
So I am going to draw a card. Because I think I'm only doing this because I think my hand is actually quite relatively high, and I think most people are trying to go for a low strategy. So I've just picked my place here. So I'm picking up one card. That is literally the worst card I could pick up when I've just said I'm trying to kill the patient.
Was it a 1? It was a 1, wasn't it?
Draw one. It's changed his mind now. He's going to save.
I'm saving the patient, guys.
Yeah. He's got a runny nose. I know what's wrong with him.
Okay. But I am going to discard dysentery, which means
Oh.
I'm going to draw
That's
another
it, then.
card,
Ah, that's the worst.
and hopefully this is not a 1. Okay, that's a bit better. And then I'm going to discard one of those ones face down.
So the game just ended,
The
correct?
game just
Yep.
ended. So
It's such a shame because look at this little bad boy here. Oh.
yeah, I knew you were going for something dodgy. I had a feeling you weren't going to kill the patient.
And that was going to reverse it as well. Such
Yeah.
as being such a little dog.
Yeah. So, yeah, when the game ends with the patient dying, the player with the highest score in their hand wins. No one gets to make any sets or anything like that. It's just highest score wins. So
Yeah. No, I will put our hands up.
That was a
Okay.
very interesting game. I mean, I might still not have won. I mean, I did draw a 1 in the end, so.
So this is my hand in the end. I had a pretty big one. So let me just add this up. It's 10, 20,
Actually, maybe I should.
40.
40. Oh, man, you might have won.
Yeah.
I'm on 34.
34. I don't know the best way to actually. How do I just draw this part?
Yeah, put it on the Diagnosis 3 players board there if you want, so you can see what the hell's
How do I-
going
how do I
on.
Oh,
just
you've
select-
selected all of them.
I
Just you'll have to click all of them individually.
Okay.
There you go.
My little strategy here would have been awesome, but you guys just Richard had to switch on a dime. Where did that come from?
Well, it just came from me thinking that you guys had lower hands, and I had a spot to kill.
Oh, dang, yo.
So I've got, what have I got? 10, 20, 20, I think that's the end of the easy counting, isn't it? So that's 16, 22, 28, 34, 35, plus 20, yeah, 55.
Oof. Yep.
Whew.
So Richard wins there.
That was the right decision to make.
Good.
Alright.
Yeah. What was the last card you drew off dysentery?
It was an 8. It was an 8. So
Very good.
that helped. So, but I think I still might
Yeah.
have had it. 55.
Yeah, you still would have had it.
Yeah.
So
discarded
the
it.
card on my last turn, the card that I discarded was a 1.
So were you going for a
I
kill?
was just. I was sort of hedging my bets. So I was trying to
Yeah.
play the middle. So yeah, I was trying to collect syringes. So if the dysentery made it back to my turn, I was going to take
Pick it
that,
up.
and then I would have
No.
had a set of syringes to make,
Hmm.
which would have been set me up good, or pretty good to win
Yeah.
by discharge if I wanted.
Hmm.
But just in case he died, I wanted to try to hedge
Well,
my
that's what
bets
I
and.
was like, because I did have another set in my hand, right? I had dysentery and I had
Uh,
the scissors in my hand, but I just didn't feel confident with the rest of these cards that because I felt Paul was going to dump his hand. I
Yeah.
felt Paul
So
was
I
so
guess
Paul would have had 1 or 9 points.
no. I mean, I did. There was two ways I was going. Right. So if someone else would have discharged, like Cameron or Richard, I would have dumped the pills and also added the fever to
Oh
Richard's.
yeah, so you just had
Right.
just
So I would have just had the parasites, which is
yeah.
8. I also knew that I had this 7 in my hand, which means that even if it were to come around and the patient had 1 life left, I could
Oh, you could have
dump it
started saving
anyway.
it.
I would dump it anyway,
Mm.
add to Richard's play, and give another whole round of me having pretty much no cards in my hand, which
Yeah.
means I would eventually force to win with the lowest hand.
Mm.
So, unfortunately, Richard, on a turn prior to mine, thought, "Nah, screw it. I'm just going to kill the guy."
yeah.
For the right decision. Like I did have like if I had melted this, if I had diagnosed this, I would have easily lost. Easily.
Yeah, I would have been laughing all the way to
Yeah.
the cemetery with this. Actually,
Oh
no,
shit.
to his not cemetery.
Yep.
He would have been cured.
I mean, he came in here with like bogus boils essentially. And
Yeah,
then
he made up
died.
his boils,
And
and
then-
then he had a fever, which ended up actually being plague.
Yeah, the boy who cried wolf came into the hospital with bogus boils, caught fever from someone else in the hospital, and then it costed his life. That's why we
That'll
don't
teach him.
lie. We don't lie, kids.
That was actually a really good game. It was like there's a lot of things happening there, and a couple interesting strategies that I felt was I would deliberately reveal big cards so that you guys wouldn't pick on me, and
Yeah, you're trying to get for the most points. You want evenly amount of points revealed.
yeah.
I think towards the end you were the best setup, Paul, but it just took a little bit too long, I think.
Yeah, it was
unfortunately.
one turn off, and Richard just reading it a bit too well, and then just
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
and
I was-
you had teed it up as well. Like I was like, okay, this person can die. Like,
yeah.
Especially when Cam did the 4 as well. I'm like, okay, well, now that is a real option on my turn. I can kill him.
Yeah, I was trying to be a little like sus about it though, because I was often adding to the discard pile. So I was hoping maybe you guys are thinking I just had like 9s and 8s and
Yeah, but you kept
stuff.
discarding like big cards as well. Like
Yeah,
you
but-
were revealing
but
big
that's-
cards. You having 10s. Like I put so many 10s like that were disappearing into the board.
Yeah,
Like,
I had a lot of 2s, so I was happy to put them there and make you guys think that yeah, I got a big card there.
I think every time I drew a card off the top, it was a 10 or a 9 or something
yeah,
that someone else had
it was
put
the
there.
same 10 just flying around.
Every time.
But you don't get to see that many cards in this game.
Well, I mean, we only had 20 cards left in the deck then, so we got through
yeah,
three-quarters of
but
it.
like
Two
as far
thirds
as
of
like
it, I mean.
drawing cards, it's quite difficult if someone keeps manipulating the top of the deck. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So in that case, like turn order does matter a little bit, but yeah,
Yeah,
you just pick your point. I mean, there's tons of cards to retrieve from the center as well, which change it all.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good game. I really enjoyed that one. That was really good.
Yeah.
Well,
Alright.
that's been Prognosis Death.